We sure are excited about February in Statesville, North Carolina. Stay tuned now for our rundown of why.
Welcome to Discover Statesville, the show that takes you on a captivating journey through the heart of one of North Carolina's most charming towns.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for one of our favorite monthly episodes of Discover Statesville. It's when Richard and I get together, review the community calendar, and then bring you guys a rundown of all the cool things there are to do this month. So, Richard, before we get started, I hear that you and your team at the Rec have something really exciting happening in February.
Yeah, so this February will be the 15th anniversary of the Statesville Fitness and Activity Center, which is hard to believe. I started working for the city as a part-time employee the first day that the Fitness and Activity Center opened.
I saw a picture of you with our mayor.
That was the 10-year.
Holding some balloons, and you had really short hair.
That was 5 years ago at the 10-year anniversary of the Fitness and Activity Center. But we are excited. We've had a great run here so far in Statesville, and love being sort of a community hub for activity and healthy living and just good times. So that whole week, starting on February the 19th, we'll have the facility open for free every day. So people can come if you haven't been, or if you have been, come out and try it out. We want to get people in there, trying out the exercise equipment. You can try group fitness classes for free. We'll have different activities going on every day. Pickleball. We'll have some arts and crafts things in the evening. We're going to have a trivia night one night. So lots of different things throughout the week that people can come out and enjoy. And sort of cater to the whole family. We'll have a couple of lunch and learns with some local doctors about healthy living. And then Friday night, sort of culminating with the actual anniversary celebration, which will be a free evening of activity. We'll have free food. We'll have inflatables for the kids. We'll have the climbing wall open for free. We'll have a Zumba Glow event. So just lots of fun stuff. And all that information is already posted on our social media and on the website.
Website.
You can kind of look through and see which days or activities are appealing to you, but we encourage you to come out and celebrate with us.
Yeah, and you guys are having a big community breakfast that week too, right?
Sure. Yeah,
that's going to be fun. And...
So yeah, a lot of it's to sort of member appreciation week, but that applies to potential new members as well. So if you haven't been, you're just waiting on that reason.
Well, I'm a member, but I haven't climbed the rock wall.
We can make that happen. Yeah. Get Isaiah to come out and film on site.
Watch out, Statesville.
You talk about our views going up.
The rock wall might be broken. Out of service. Well, we're excited about that. So recreation.statesvillenc.net.
That's right.
I believe it's right there on the landing page of your website. So everyone needs to go out there and check it out. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. We're really excited.
Yeah. So while we're on the topic of recreation and parks, you guys have a cool annual event supporting nonprofit here in Statesville, the Polar Plunge, right?
That's right. So we do the Polar Plunge every year at the Statesville Leisure Pool. This year's event is on Saturday, February the 17th. This is a benefit for Special Olympics of Ridle County. And so they have the tagline always that it's freezing for a reason. But ultimately, it's an opportunity. We encourage you to register. You get to come out to the Leisure Pool. We'll send brave participants one by one down the water slide into the cool water below. But it's a good time for a great cause. Special Olympics of Ridle County is one of our favorite local nonprofits that we work with. It's sort of under the umbrella of our department, and a really great program. And so we do encourage people to come out. You can you can register, start a fundraising page, get your friends and family to donate. Everybody likes seeing the people that they love go out and do something ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And this is certainly one of those opportunities. So that's Saturday, February the 17th. Registration is open now. We'll have day of registration starting at 10 a.m. and then the plunge will start at 11 a.m. And hopefully we'll start publicizing in the next few weeks some local people that you might recognize who we're going to try to talk into participating.
Okay.
So get your suit ready.
I'll be going in this because
it's slower down the water slide.
I might be lying if I don't admit that I scroll for the pictures afterwards to see what you guys come up with.
I will be participating.
Yeah. Well, great event. So for the community, please don't miss that. So talking about, I already said, since we're talking about recreation and parks, but there's so many cool things. And we mentioned this before when we did our annual rundown, but the Civic Center is hopping with large groups coming into downtown Statesville in February.
Yes, some of the largest annual events are taking place this month, which is great.
It is the season. So talk to us about that a little bit. We just hosted the 15th annual quilt show, and if
Talk about a good time.
Yeah, if you guys did not see our show with Patty and Cindy, go back a couple episodes and check it out because we had a lot of fun with them. So thank them for choosing the Civic Center. For the 15th
and really
year.
great event. Always great attendance and just a ton of opportunity, both educational and lots of things that you can't buy here locally. So it's a great resource for people who are into quilting or want to learn more about quilting and sewing and everything in between. Coming up this month, though, we've got the return of the North Carolina Gun Collectors Association. That's on the 3rd and the 4th. And then the next weekend will be the Statesville Comic Con on the 10th. And then the Civic Center signature event, which is one that they program, which is the Statesville Bridal Expo, and that's going to be on February the 18th. So all of which are really big, very, very highly attended events here in downtown Statesville. Yeah,
bringing lots of vendors from the outside and thousands of people each of these weekends.
And it's important to mention because it's, we talk about the Civic Center and the benefit there and bringing these people to the community, but also, when we're talking about events that are bringing in 1,000 people, 1,500 people, whatever, to this community, it's a big boom for downtown restaurants and things like that throughout those weekends.
Yeah, absolutely. So
adjust your hours.
We normally, yes, please do be open for our guests coming into Statesville. So we normally do a little bit of a deep dive into our monthly rundown, but I'm excited to say that this month we've got all the event organizers coming in. So we're going to be doing a show with the organizers of Comic Con and really dig into that event and what they're doing. Then the team from the Civic Center is actually going to join us, talk about their signature event, the Bridal Expo, but kind of give us a behind the scenes at the Civic Center. So we're excited to have Kenny and Amy come join us for that. So we don't want to go too deep into that because we don't want to take away.
That's right.
Take away any of the secrets. So stay tuned for that. So also in February, we're going to be also hosting the team from Fort Dobbs.
Oh yeah.
So Fort Dobbs is going to come in and talk about their signature events for the whole year because they've got a core 4 or 5 signature events that they're doing. But one of the things we're really going to focus on in February is the defense of Fort Dobbs that is returning on February 24th. So Fort Dobbs has so much to offer, and we're excited that we're going to have to get them to come in full garb, fully dressed.
They should.
Yeah.
I will be in standard garb. But no, I agree. I think it's super cool. We were actually talking just the other day, working on, planning activities and field trips for spring break camp, and things like that. And Fort Dobbs came up, and it's like, oh, man. One of our employees was like, oh, we recently went there and how impressive it is. And, when I would go there as a kid, it was always really neat and they do a great job out there. But since the recreation of the fort, it's a totally game-changing experience than maybe what you grew up with if you've been there before, but you haven't been there in a number of years. It's definitely worth a return trip and a really great thing to have in our community.
I'm being told it is the only recreated fort from the French and Indian War, at least in the region. Definitely North Carolina, but in the region. So it's a real asset for us to have that.
And the team out there really does an amazing job of keeping people entertained and educated. So it's awesome.
Yeah. While we're talking about them, the Artisan Market.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's returned the first and third Tuesday of every month, and it's really cool. You have to be no wholesale. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's very niche. It has to be made artisan to be at this market. So that's the first and third Tuesday of each month.
Oh, very cool.
We're excited about that.
So since we're talking about other fun things to do in February, important to give a shout out to our newest downtown restaurant, The Quarter, which is a New Orleans inspired restaurant that's supposed to slated to open on Fat Tuesday, February the 13th. And if we're lucky,
great marketers.
Absolutely. And if we're lucky, we'll get Jason and Andy in here to talk about the Quarter and the excitement and how that's bringing something different to Statesville, as well as all of their other existing restaurants.
Yeah, Jason, Andy, we want you, the Discover Statesville podcast. So we're going to be reaching out. That's a great idea. Richard, some of your favorite folks I know. How about our friends over at the Idle Arts Council? I know they have some cool things coming up this month.
Idle Arts Council always has a lot of great things coming up. I'll quickly run through their February calendar, which is available in their 2024 program, which was recently released. You can pick these up at the Iredell Arts Council, and it's got general programming throughout the year, but things get added all the time. But in February, there's a local artist, Tia Canal Maynard, that'll be doing a visual art show beginning on the 7th, and they always do sort of an artist reception to kick those things off, and then that artwork will be displayed for the duration of the month. On February the 8th, there will be a spoken word spotlight, which is really great. On the 13th, the Full Bloom Film Festival will continue their annual film series, and we'll be screening Oppenheimer, which, if you aren't familiar, it got nominated for a bunch of Oscars, and is a great film. On the 24th, the Insomniacs, which we've had Tevin on the show before.
Yeah.
They'll be hosting a Bring Your Own Instrument jam session.
Oh, that's cool.
Which will be a great time. And then on the 29th, the Key Concert Series will host the Mike Strauss Band.
Nice.
A full calendar of events for the month of February over there. All of this taking place at the old jail, which is at the corner of, Meeting and Court Street.
Yeah.
And that's the home of the Iredell Arts Council.
Such an asset here in downtown Statesville. And it's going to be showcased through Visit North Carolina in February, too. So
That's right.
Keep an eye out on all social channels for that. We're really excited about that. Yeah.
So, Cindy, I hear the team at downtown Statesville is asking everyone to love local as they bring back the cash mob. And some people may be familiar with that from previous years.
So Brittany and Liz and the promotions committee have been hard at work planning, trying to think of innovative things to do, get people out to participate and support small business. And before, pre-pandemic, probably even before 2020, they did this cool thing called a cash mob. And what it is everyone shows up at a predetermined destination. They meet in front of, on Court Street, in front of the Downtown Statesville Development Corporation office. And everybody comes with $20, and they have a hat or basket or whatever full of all the retailers in downtown Statesville, and they pull one out. So it's total surprise, and they all go mob.
Descend upon said establishment.
Yeah, they descend and all spend their $20 in this establishment. And then a lot of people...
At least $20 is the goal, right?
At least $20.
You can spend more.
Right.
Encouraged to spend more.
Right. But they don't want to, they want to keep this going every month. And, it's just show love local, show a little love. So
I remember them doing this several years ago, and I feel like there was always a pretty good response, a pretty good turnout of people that thought it was a valuable experience to come out.
It was a mob. People marched with signs, and I think Liz had a little mascot.
A mob in the best sense of the word.
Yeah, right. That's right. Liz had a little mascot that she would bring out, so hopefully we'll see him return maybe.
Right.
But people gather afterwards, maybe for a couple appetizers and drinks, and it's because it's an after-hours event, and we're excited about that. But while we're talking about loving local and things happening downtown in February, I want to make sure we talk about the historic Sharp House for just a minute, because they're doing some really cool things. Their teas seem to always sell out, but they're doing a Sharp House St. Valentine's Day tea on February 10th. And then the very next day, turning around and having a Mardi Gras murder mystery dinner.
All right.
So very, very cool things happening at that beautiful building at the Sharp House. So we're excited about that.
Another great asset for our community that offers a totally different aspect of programming than other spaces.
Yeah.
So.
Keith and his team do a great job. So thank you.
Yeah. How about live music? There's certainly a lot of that going on in Statesville all the time. Always been sort of blown away by the level of talent right here in our community.
Yeah. We're definitely live in the Ville, as downtown Statesville says. And again, it's something that kind of took a downturn through the pandemic, but we see it coming back full force. So we just took a quick peek at the community calendar. So thank you so much to those establishments that have put your live music events on the calendar. Wine Maestro has a great lineup in February. They have Kelvin Cockerham coming on February 2nd. Then turning around with Eddie Kennedy on February 9th. It's my birthday, so maybe we should all just meet there at the Wine Maestro.
Totally. Yeah, that's a great idea.
For some Eddie Kennedy. Maybe he'll serenade me. Maybe not. Fair Sound.
Fair Sound.
Yeah.
Which they may have changed their name to Quad 4.
Okay.
But no matter what they are called, they're a great band.
They're a great band.
Yeah.
On February 16th, so right after all the Love and Local, great band at Wine Maestro, and then they wrap it up with William Naismith. Naismith on February 23rd.
Who is a super entertaining musician. Plays keyboard. One of the fun things about him is for every different song that he does, he has a pair of sunglasses that is somehow associated with that song, and so he changes them for every song, and just a lot of personality. It's a really good time.
Do you have memorized? Do you have the glasses? Do you know which song's coming up?
But you will know. Anybody who comes out will know a lot of the songs, and that makes for a good time.
Yeah, makes for a really good time. And then Red Buffalo always has something going on. Most nights have live music, but out on the calendar they had June Kinser coming on February 3rd, so you don't want to miss that. We know that Red Buffalo is going to get the rest of those events added out there on the calendar for you guys to see. And if you want to get together with your friends, maybe live music isn't your thing, or you're looking for something a little bit more and you want to sing yourself because you have talent or not. Our friends over the Watering Hole, also in downtown Statesville, are ask you to bring your friends out for karaoke and music bingo. They're doing a lot of that, so should be a good time. Should be a good time for that. Yeah. So there's so many things to do in Statesville, North Carolina, guys. If you're a business or a musician, and you have events and you want to make sure that you get the opportunity for us to feature them here on this rundown, we want to include as many people as we can. We really just go out to the StatesvilleNC.com, to the Discover Statesville community calendar, and we just filter for the month and try and share as many of the cool things that are happening. I mean, there's thousands of events out there. We couldn't possibly go through every fitness class that's happening in the city and the county, and the Senior Center has amazing things going on. So if you're a business, make sure that you take just a moment or reach out. If you don't know how, we're happy to help you. We know the team at Downtown Statesville is willing to help you, or even the Greater Statesville Chamber of Commerce, get your events on the community calendar. But
it's a great resource.
It is a great resource. We're very excited about it. But other than that, we think you should save StatesvilleNC.com, click on community calendar. Thankful for Randy Marion for driving that for us and keeping that community calendar powered. But keep that pinned on your browser because there's always something to do in Statesville, North Carolina. So check us out, StatesvilleNC.com. We're looking forward to a great month in February, and we appreciate y'all.
Thank you for joining Discover Statesville. You can email us at discover@statesvillenc.com. Check us out on Facebook at Discover Statesville NC, #Discover Statesville, and our website, statesvillenc.com. Catch us next week as we continue on our journey to uncover the hidden gems, culinary adventures, entertainment, and to be inspired and enlightened as we discover Statesville.